How's it going, everyone? It is WilsonPlays here, and I'm moving my chair in the intro because I'm a professional. In today's video, we're back in Assetto Corsa, and I thought I'd take us back in time a little bit. As you guys know, the Le Mans 24 Hours is my favourite race of the year. Multi-class endurance racing is my favourite form of racing as well. And you guys probably know, if you watch my channel enough, that I have a strange obsession with LMP1 cars. But what was Le Mans like in the past, before LMP1? And of course there was stuff like the LMP 900s and whatever the classes were called. I'm not actually too familiar with history and stuff. But at one point or another there was a fantastic era of racing that I wasn't alive to watch, sadly. And that's Group C. And in today's video we'll be driving the Porsche 962 Longtail. I believe it's the 1986 version. That's official content. That's what the game's telling me that this car is from in terms of year, so if I'm wrong in the game. I think this car comes in the Porsche Pack DLC, or one of them anyway. If I'm wrong, I'll put text on the screen and there'll be a link in the description to get the car. But also, the circuit that I'm at is Le Mans, but it's the 1991 version, which might have been the layout this car was racing at, I'm not too sure. But anyway, long intros aside, we're going to be doing a little bit of a drive in this fantastic car. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Now, this isn't any old car. This is a full H-pattern gearbox, and this is where I wish I had a second webcam, so you guys can see terrible heel and toe work and stuff, as I lock my brakes already. Can I do have adjustable brake bias. Cool. But yeah, full H-pattern gearbox in this car, and as you can see, I'm using the gears and lap apps, which is something I never use. I don't typically use stock AC apps anymore, but it's useful for this video, I guess. And you're about to see, hopefully, if I don't crash, me unleash this Group C monster around 1991 Le Mans. And yeah, what can I say? This era of racing, well, the cars anyway, are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look at the speed. And let me tell you something, guys. 330k's like it's nothing. I'm just going to brake around here. It's probably too early. Yes, of course it is. I'm just getting myself a bit warmed up. It's my first thing that I'm driving today. A bit wide. First thing I'm driving today. Also, it's a different animal. So it's going to take a lot of adjusting. But you can see just how quickly the car accelerates. It's only a 5-speed gearbox in this thing, but that doesn't matter. You can see how quickly it accelerates, and I'm going to throw this out there because we're going to do this on the next lap. The turbo is not even turned up yet. We can go even faster than this, which is insane. I probably need a second gear there, but whatever. But yeah, the Group C cars, honestly, I don't drive them enough. I don't give them enough respect. What I'm going to do here is just brake over this crest, because this crest is quite steep and the car doesn't have the downforce of a P1 car, so you can actually sort of lift yourself off the ground over that crest. So I do give it a bit of brake just before that crest, just so I don't do that. But yeah, Group C cars, I just don't drive them enough, mainly because I'm so bad using a H-pattern gearbox while travelling at 200 miles an hour. Plus, I'm an LMP1 snob. I like my downforce, thank you very much. But yeah, these cars are ridiculous, you know. Oh my god. Let's get that all wrong. But of course, there's this beautiful monster that sounds incredible. The turbo chatter, the flutter, everything about it is just absolutely fantastic, this Porsche. But of course, in the default Assetto Corsa anyway, there's of course the Mercedes-Benz Sauber, which again, is an absolute rocket ship. There's the Mazda 787B, which, rotary boys, who doesn't like a bit of rotary in your life? As I'm taking it so easy right now, so just honestly I have no idea what the car wants to do half the time. So I'm just kind of embracing the car, I guess. Just seeing where the limits are, what sort of grip we have, because this car is, Group C in general, they have a lot of downforce. The high-speed grip is pretty decent. Not in comparison to a P1 car, of course, but high-speed grip is decent in these cars. It's just, when you're leaving a corner, like this, it's not easy. So, that's the warm-up done. Let's put the turbo on 100. And let's see how fast this beast can actually go, shall we? Well, within the limits of my terrible driving, that is. But yeah, you're about to see corner exits become very sketchy. 100% turbo. This is like the qualifying turbo. This will wreck the engine if you've got mechanical damage on. So we lock up there, bit of a snap of oversteer going into the turn. That's always a good thing, right? But this will mess up your engine if you use this with mechanical damage on. So it's a good job we have that off. And then here we go then. 100% turbo down the Mulsanne straight. Let's see what kind of speed we can reach before the first chicane, shall we? Because this car is ridiculous. I don't think I was on 100% turbo before. In fact, absolutely not. Look at the speed. 340 kph. 345, 348. Okay, now I'm scared. Let's brake. Down to third. Chuck it in. Mid-corner downshift to second just to get the front end in. And then you got to be so gentle. The old school tyres. All that power behind you. This car gives you a false sense of confidence when you're going through the high-speed turns and you're going down the straights. It's ridiculously fast, but once you slow it down, it's so easy to mess up in this car. Let's try 200 meter board. Is that enough? Keep it in third. Lovely. Down to second. Whoa. Oh. And that's what I mean, guys. That's what happens when you overstep the mark. Okay, coming up to the crest now. We're just gonna get off the throttle, dab the brakes just a little bit so we don't take off, and then let's get back on the throttle briefly before Mulsanne corner. Hard on the brakes. Careful not to lock them though. It's pretty easy to do in this car. No ABS and old school Group C tyres. Doesn't provide you with the most grip in the world. But just look how fast this car is. Oh my god, you get a false, like I said, you get a false sense of security. Because you're doing LMP1 speeds, maybe more than LMP1 speeds, depending on which LMP1 you're talking about, down the Mulsanne straight, and then you get into a corner and things get pretty opposite to LMP1s, shall we say. No TC, no ABS, none of that. As we run wide at Arnage, of course we do. That happens to me no matter what car I'm driving. But yeah, this car is honestly ridiculous. It is insane and it sounds incredible. Who doesn't love a bit of turbo? A bit more confident through Porsche curves this time. I sort of know that we were under-driving it the last lap, but now we've got the tyres up to temperature, we've gained a bit of confidence. Running a bit wide there though, I kind of messed up the gears, I should have been down to third a bit earlier than that. But what a car, just what a car this is. Of course, other Group C monsters available in Assetto Corsa, and there might be some mods out there that give you some more high quality Group C cars. But this car is ridiculous. Okay, 44.9. Now it's a full banzai lap. Let's go. Let's see how fast we can really go, shall we? Obviously within the constraints of my inability to drive a car like this. Trying to get it slowed down. And to anyone that's been watching the channel recently and have seen me stream Le Mans, which I have done a few times in the channel, or on the channel, sorry. You can see how different the 1991 layout is to the 2017 layout, which is what I usually use. You can just see how different it is. I mean, it's not overly different, it's mainly Sector 1 that's different. But, yeah, it's a little bit different. I have fond memories of this layout. VEC and other leagues used to use it, the 1991 layout, because the 1991 Le Mans, back then, the version that everyone had for like RF1 and RF2 was the only decent one out there. So it was pretty heavily used in league racing and stuff. So I do have a lot of fond memories of this. I mean, the first time I ever did a Le Mans endurance race was at this layout of the circuit. So it's good to drive this layout again. Of course, it's not the current layout. But the Group C at the current layout just didn't make much sense, did it? And this version of the track that I've got is pretty high quality. Right, I'm going to show you this crest then. Here we go. Let's not take off completely. The car will probably do a wheelie. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Something a Porsche 962C shouldn't be doing. Well, any car, actually, unless you're a track car. Oh my god, I got the braking all wrong there. But we're still probably up on our lap time, so let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can set a better lap. Just how quickly we get to 200 miles an hour. Now we're at 200, and it just keeps climbing. The speed just keeps on climbing. 340 k's, I think that's 220 miles an hour. If memory serves me correctly, which it doesn't usually, so, well, don't take my word for it. Oh my god. Just trying to pick up the power there, big slide. Oh my lord. This car, it's a workout, guys. You know, all the slides as well, you'd sort of half doing it with both hands, doing it with one hand, ready to select another gear. You've got the heel and toe, you've got the constant shifting with the H shifter, all of that stuff. This car is a workout, as is any historic racing car. As we get that all wrong once again, we're not nailing that. Try and grab fourth gear. We hit the inside curb, which is not good. Okay, we lost time through there, definitely. But can we still beat the 44.9? Let's try and banzai our way into the chicane, shall we? Taking a lot of curb. Power to the line. It's a 43.2. This car, oh hello, and this era of racing was ridiculous, shall we say. Wow, I'm actually a little bit out of breath, and that was only 3 laps of Le Mans with long straights as a bit of a break. So yeah, you can kind of get an idea of how ridiculous this car is. But if you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button, get subscribed. If you have any more suggestions for Assetto Corsa, things I should be driving, then leave in the comments below. And yeah, big shout out to my channel members. You know who you are, names are on the screen, of course. And yeah, with that out of the way, guys, I shall see you in the next one. Take care, guys.